What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic. Today bringing you the prediction and breakdown of Miguel Berchelt versus Takashi Miura, the main event of a triple header on Showtime. We'll break down Joe Smith Jr. and Sullivan Barrera as well. And both of these guys have a mutual opponent. Let's start off there with Francisco Vargas. Takashi Miura got knocked out by Francisco Vargas. I think he scored a knockdown in that fight as well. Got knocked down himself in the 9th round, I think, and then got stopped on his feet. He was out of it. Miguel Berchelt stopped Francisco Vargas in a shootout. Now, to start off with the champion, Miguel Berchelt, I watched some tape of him, and definitely a good fighter, a good boxer. I think he was about 5'9", maybe 5'7", somewhere in there. I think he's 5'9" with a lot of range, 71-inch reach. They got him at boxing at Boxing Rec, excuse me. Very rangy, and I watched him fight the Thailand dude first. It's one of the first videos I broke down. Very rangy. Seems more comfortable boxing on the outside. Looks clean, a fluid mover. Somebody else who can work up and down, who focuses on the body. It's not an all-out body attack, but it's a good body attack. It's better than you see from most guys that like to fight at distance like him. He pops to the body, has a good left hook. And he kind of can, with the right hook, I see him he kind of loops it. The elbow, I've seen a couple times early in his career, his elbow kind of, flips up and he can loop that left hook. It's kind of an awkward, right hook. He kind of flings his elbow up and loops it, and then sometimes he can throw it technically right. So he's a tricky type of guy. Takashi Miura, he's a southpaw, very aggressive. He can do all-out body attack. Got a good 1-2, a good straight left hand, and that's evident how he knocked down Francisco Vargas. He got a few losses on his resume, but he's a solid fighter in a couple draws. He's a solid fighter. He's a tough guy. And if you ain't in shape for Takashi Miura, then it's going to be a long night. Now, for Miguel to win this fight, Miguel Berchelt to win this fight, I noticed he got caught up in a fire war with an all-out Mexican war with Francisco Vargas. He outbanged Vargas, and I think Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. said that I think whoever handles Vargas and maybe Golden Boy should be put in jail for the way they handled his career, being in a war with Miura, being in a war with Salido, and then a war with Burka. They said it was really, he said it was really, really horrible matchmaking. I remember him saying that. And Vargas is a guy that was tough, rangy, and I think he just had enough. I'm not taking anything away from Berchelt, but I think Francisco had been in too many wars, and it showed in that fight, because I think Miura is a more thudding puncher. And I think he learned a lot of dangerous, harder shots on Vargas, and he withstood it more, even with the eye. And Berchelt was I'm not saying he wouldn't have beat Vargas. I think he was the beneficiary of that man being in a lot of wars. When Miguel has been stopped before by Luis Arado, or Fernando Arado, whatever his name is. And in that fight, he had to be the aggressor for that fight, because this dude was huge. Whatever way they was fighting, he was huge. This dude had to be almost 6 feet. He fought on PBC as well, the Luis guy, and he got beat by Jamal here and by a couple other guys. He moved up a couple weight classes or a weight class. He was just huge, and Burka had to be the aggressor and got caught with a left hook and got knocked out cold. But ever since then, he's been good. But it's just that the guy was so much bigger than him, and he had to be the aggressor. And I don't think he likes being the aggressor. I think he likes boxing and working on the outside, which, he's going to do some of that with Miura. That's what he should do. Box, put those earmuffs on, use that good jab that he has to dig to the body. I think that's what he's had to do. And then when Miura's hands start dropping down from those body shots, come back upstairs and work. Work with that good left hook, that good right hook. If you got to loop it around that tight guard or that peekaboo guard that Miura has, I think that's what he should do. And box on the outside, and then later in the rounds, press, come downhill like he did with Vargas, and start painting him and getting Miura out of there. I think late, that's when he should start. And for Miura, I think it's important for him to do what he always does, even though it's not the best style, but you know, for a guy that likes to box and a guy that's been knocked out before, in Berchelt, I think it's good for him. I think it's good for him to work on the body, take the legs away, make him a stationary target, and then bring it upstairs as well. And I think occasionally, I think he should shoot that straight left behind that jab he does. The jab freezes him. He throws the short jab and comes with that straight left. He's a good southpaw. And that straight left had met Roy Jones comparing it to a Manny Pacquiao straight left, the 1-2, the way he throws it. And I think that's the key to him winning this fight as well, is, you know, applying pressure, cutting the ring off, banging the body, and shooting that left hand to the top behind that jab. You know, in trying to knock him out early, I think this is going to be a fight of the year type of fight, along with Sullivan Barrera and Joe Smith can be as well. But I think this fight is definitely worthy of the main event. It's going to be fireworks, and I got Miguel Berchelt winning the 10th round TKO over Takashi Miura. But it wouldn't surprise me if Miura can get the stoppage, but I think it's going to be hard. We gone.